Hey, Your Honor, I have a question for you about something Tim and I sometimes disagree on when we collaborate on briefs, and that is the use of the parenthetical cleaned up to signal to the court you're citing authority and you've stripped out all the parentheses and citations to and internal punctuation, and you just have the words. Do you or does the 10th Circuit have a judicial preference on whether parties use cleaned up when citing materials?
That is such a new idea that, that I'm not really sure how many of my colleagues have, confronted that yet. I have seen that in I use it from time to time, and I have seen that in some of my colleagues' opinions, but it is so new that I just don't know that a lot of people are really seriously considering that yet. I like it. Sometimes particularly, it's one thing if you have say a bracket around one suffix or something like that, but sometimes, as you and Tim know, sometimes it has become so cumbersome that there's brackets around every other, a part of every other word, or changing capitalization, and sometimes it becomes so distracting that when I came across this idea of, just saying cleaned up, I thought, what a great solution to that.
I love it. Driving to my house, you've got to hit 4 speed bumps to get to my house, and it's cleaned up takes away the speed bumps. It gets everything away from just understanding and reading the words. But some past guests, and I think Tim, I don't want to speak for Tim, but some past guests have said, well, there's a difference between when a judge wants to use it and put an opinion. It's okay, because you can trust that the judge has done the research and is quoting things correctly, et cetera. But when you use it as a practitioner or to a tribunal, you're almost representing, well, I've cleaned it up, trust me, in terms of where this came from, and trust me that I've done the right thing with the commas and the ellipses, et cetera. So do you have a preference, as opposed to you using it yourself, about whether it's okay to see it in a brief that a party has written to you?
I really haven't. That's really an interesting comment that some of your guests have said. I don't want to, disagree necessarily with any of your past guests that have given it more thought than I have. I will just tell you that has never crossed my mind.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to read your cases anyway, and so if you pulled a fast one, but I just think that would be so unlikely that you would change the capitalization, for example, or change the form of the verb and change the substance of the parenthetical. I just think that's a little bit maybe too skeptical of
Okay.